What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and oh man, it's been a minute, right? Notice anything different? Yeah, I got the eye patch back on. Um, so after a couple days on the shelf, pretty much been about a week. Um, I felt personally that I had to come back and do the videos because I was rolling on a lot of momentum doing the Eagles videos and stuff like that. That I didn't want to lose that momentum, and by the time I came back in a month, that I would lose all of that momentum. So I took a week off. I'm back now. For those of you who don't know, I had eye surgery the 28th, which was the last week in December, and man, I was in pain, bro. First of all, it took them a while to find a vein in me so they could put me under with an anesthesia or anesthetic or whatever like that. Um, and when that finally happened, I mean, they had to bring in the X-ray machine and this thing, not the X-ray machine, I guess the thing they use to see the pregnant babies and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. If you remind me, let me know in the comment section down below. But they had to use that machine to find a vein and everything like that. And I'm trying to get the best picture if you can really see my face. But hold on, a little bit better, a little bit better. Yeah, so they had to do all that and everything, and then when I woke up, next thing I know, I wake up. Obviously, I'm in the room. I'm in the waiting room. They're checking over a few things, about to let me go. And well, I mean, on the way home, I had a major headache. My throat was hurting and everything like that. Major headache, throat was hurting, everything. Obviously, they replaced my cornea in the eye, so it's still healing, and I still have stitches in my eye. So waiting for that to heal up, and because of that, I can't sleep in my room, which is, I have to sleep in the guest room, which I am loving, by the way. I love sleeping in the guest room, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have difficulty holding the phone. Anyway, yeah, so man, shoot, I was in pain, headaches, hurting every day, throwing up. Oh man, but you know, it's a journey, and hopefully soon I'll be back to normal. But with that being said, nah, let's put it back the way it was right now. With that being said, um, let me just wrap up the Philadelphia Eagles season, right? So, how do I feel specifically about this season? If I could describe it in one word, emotional. If I could describe it in another word, roller coaster. If I could describe it in another word, insane, crazy, unbelievable, expected, and so on. We started off the season not expecting too much. We started off thinking we predicted, to be quite honest, we predicted what we are: 7-9, 8-8, 6-10, 5-11. Were the things that I was predicting that we'd be this season, and unfortunately, that's what we were. We're exactly who we were. The only difference is we have a quarterback, and it's funny because at the beginning of the season, for the first 3 games, I was so nervous because Carson Wentz was a rookie, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know a lot about him. I don't want him to be bad or anything like that, and and everything. And I was nervous for every game. I didn't want him to be horrible. I didn't want him to be like a Ryan Fitzpatrick or Mark Sanchez, where they come into the league and put it on storm, and then they end up sucking, and they had to go to a different team every other couple of years and be a backup. I didn't want that to be Carson Wentz. I wanted him to be the next Donovan McNabb for this team, right? And for the first 3 games, I was nervous, but those first 3 games were so beautiful, but they felt so long ago. I mean, beating the Browns and the Bears, okay, the true test. Let's see how they do against the Steelers. And then they annihilated the Steelers 34-3. And I'm thinking, bro, we could do this. We could do that first month of football of September, bro. Everybody was talking about Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles, man. That's how dominated we looked. That's how we looked, man. And it was the most beautiful thing ever. And then, for whatever reason, we get back from the bye, and we look like complete garbage. Complete garbage, trash, whatever you want to call it. it was horrible. We started off and then that's the, you know, you have to think what plagued Dallas last year. Last year, oh, after that 12-4 year, oh, we're gonna do it this year. What did they end up being? 4-12. What plagued them? What was the reason? Injuries to Tony Romo, injuries to Des Bryant. You know, not having a very good, I guess, strong running game. Darren McFadden was no DeMarco Murray. Let's put it like that. He was no DeMarco Murray, and injuries plagued the Dallas Cowboys last year. This year, what plagued us? Injuries, lack of skills position, and our offensive line. More specifically, Lane Johnson getting suspended for the 10 games. Lane Johnson getting suspended. I mean, Max saying, oh, the Eagles were 4-3-1 with him. You know, when he got back, that makes us, 5-1 with him? You know? We're 5-1 with him, you know. He says with him getting suspended and everything, we could have made the postseason, which is very well possible because you look at all the games, you know, they were all close. It's not like we were like blown out most of the season. They were with all in one score, and when we had the deciding factor to it, it was the right side of the ball, the right tackle where Lane Johnson plays at, that cost us the game, whether it be an interception or a fumble or a sack or whatever, cost us the game, ended our momentum. I don't know how many times this season I'm like, no! But despite all of that, the season died in week 8. That is when the season died. A lot of people have a different time. Some say it was when we lost to the Lions. Some say it was because of the early bye week. But me personally, I think the season ended when we lost to Dallas because we were only one game back behind Dallas. You know how the game went. We controlled pretty much from the end of the second quarter to about the beginning of the fourth quarter. It was all of ours. It was all on us. We were winning 23-13. We had them, and then we let the game get out of control, and Dallas took control and came back. That and the fact that Doug Peterson's stupid play calling, and that, my friends, was the beginning of the end of our season. I mean, and don't come to me with the whole, oh, but we beat them last Sunday. No. See, I didn't feel the same satisfaction of beating the Cowboys because that was the B team. That was the preseason team. You get what I'm saying? That's the team that's like, we ain't playing for nothing. Neither team was playing for nothing. You know? I guess the only good thing is that they didn't get that 14th win. I mean, but other than that, you know, it's very difficult to swallow the season. The fact that the Dallas Cowboys are the number 1 seed. It's very difficult to swallow the fact that they are the best team in the NFC right now. The best team in the NFL is the New England Patriots. So let's not get that twisted. And it looks like we're on our way to a New England versus Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl, which could be one of the most watched Super Bowls of all time. But this season was emotional. This season died week 8 when we lost to the Cowboys. Because after, you know what happened after that. I mean, it was. We faced the hardest schedule in the NFL. And don't get me wrong, we beat some great teams. We beat the Steelers. We beat the Vikings. We beat the Falcons. We beat some good teams this year. And you know what? I credit that to Carson Wentz. Had we had Sam Bradford, we probably wouldn't have won those games. But I credit that to Carson Wentz, despite the fact that everyone's talking about, oh, Carson Wentz is trash. Carson Wentz isn't Dak. Dak is way better. Listen, that argument, that's irrelevant right now, okay? First of all, Dak had all the weapons and stuff like that. He had the offensive line. He had Zeke. He had Dez. He had Jason Witten. He had all those guys with him. So obviously, and then you're going to say, oh, well, Mark Sanchez had that. No. The Dallas Cowboys weren't playing for anything in Week 17. And if you want to say that, oh, it's just Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez sucks. Remember, that's the same Mark Sanchez that came to your house in 2014 on Thanksgiving and embarrassed you 33-10. So remember that the next time you say, oh, it's just Mark Sanchez. That's the same Mark Sanchez that embarrassed you guys. So remember that. But Carson has no help. Carson has no help on the offensive line. On offense, he is the offense. Him and you can credit him and Sproles maybe were the only 2 guys on offense who really showed up this season. Were the only people on offense. I mean, Jordan Matthews, he's good, but he's not a number 1 receiver, and he can't do it all by himself. Zach Ertz, for whatever reason, can't seem to get it going until the end of the season. Brett Selleck's getting old. Darren Sproles is getting old. I mean, that offensive line, Jason Peters and his false starts, Jason Kelsey and his holding, it's just all these problems that plague us this year. But you know what? Next season will be the year of Wentz. It'll be the year that Wentz emerges in the NFL, and it won't just be the first month of September. No, it'll be the entire NFL season when people are talking about Carson Wentz, when people are talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and the noise that we're making. And we got a tough schedule too. If you see the opponent, we got the Broncos, the Raiders, we got the Chiefs. We got a tough schedule, even tougher than this year. And we still got to go back to Seattle. We got a tough schedule next year we do. But I'm predicting we go 8-8, depending on where we end up on each team, where we face each team. Again, how do you face Seattle, Green Bay, Cincinnati, the Ravens, and the Redskins all back to back? There's no way a team, unless you're the New England Patriots or the Dallas Cowboys, there's no way a team who's trying to become a contender can beat those teams. Like, how do you put it in that order? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's like saying a baby bird is born and we're gonna kick him out the nest so we can fly right away. No, you don't do that. You give him time. He need time. Like, are you serious? We had a 5-week losing streak. It was horrible. Every week saying the same thing, yelling and complaining and just not being able to be positive. It was horrible. It was really horrible. And so hopefully next season we can turn it around. Maybe 8-8, maybe 9-7 if we're lucky. Get a couple upset wins like we did this year. Maybe we can get Carolina. Maybe we can get the Denver Broncos. Who haven't been the same since Peyton Manning left. Even though Peyton Manning wasn't much of any help at all last season. Maybe we can upset, I don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs. Stick it to Andy Reid. I don't know, something. Just do something next year. Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles have to get this man Carson Wentz some weapons. They need to get rid of Ryan Matthews. They need to get rid of all these receivers who suck. They need to beef up. They need to get our defensive line is fine. We need to move Fletcher Cox around so that way we can get more pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if we're going to keep Benny Logan. I don't know if we're going to keep Connor Barwin. I don't know. We need cornerbacks. So we need a lot of stuff this year. Obviously, with the whole Deshaun thing, we can either get Deshaun or Alshon Jeffrey or whatever like that. I don't know who we're going to get, but we need to get something. And Howie Roseman was today or a couple of days ago talking about Chip Kelly stripped this team down of its talent. If you knew that, I mean, my God, I know Jeffrey Lurie took your power away, but maybe you could have went to Jeff and be like, yo, Jeff, do you see what this guy's doing? Why are you going to let him get rid of Deshaun? How you going to let him get rid of LaShawn McCoy? How you going to let him get rid of Deshaun Jackson? How you going to let him let Jeremy Maclin walk away? How you going to let him trade Nick Foles? I'd rather have Nick Foles be my backup quarterback than, what's his name? Than the dude we got. Because I think Nick Foles is still a good quarterback. I mean, he's over at Kansas City now, but I believe he's a good quarterback. Remember, before Tom Brady did it this year, the best interception ratio belonged to Nick Foles with 27 touchdowns to 2 interceptions the year we won the NFC East, okay? I think Nick Foles will be a great backup quarterback to Carson Wentz and not the other dude we have. And I think that we just need to get some talent and help Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz can take us to the promised land. He has shown that flash of what he can do. So right now, we can't say that Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz. Can we say he had a better season than Carson Wentz? Absolutely. He had a better season than Carson Wentz. But the overall say that he's better than Carson Wentz, I don't think you can say that. Not right now. Maybe 2-3 years down the road, if Carson's still playing like this and Dak is just getting better and better and better, then yeah, you can say, okay, Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz, but not right now. It's just one season, okay? So let's just calm down on that right now. Let's calm down on that. Man, I miss this, bro. I miss this so much. That's why I had to come back a week early, man, because I love talking about this team. I love doing these videos, man. It brings so much joy in my heart, and I'm glad I'm back. Obviously, this week, I said I was supposed to do the Monday Night Raw and the SmackDown Live reviews. Couldn't do that this week, but expect them next week. They'll be back. A lot of great things coming in WWE. We're on the road to WrestleMania, going to the Royal Rumble. A lot of stuff going on there. Obviously, y'all saw my Warriors review I did on Christmas. maybe more of those to come, because I'm about to talk about some Warriors, man. I got to talk about that Warrior bench, and I don't know what the trade deadline is, but they need to get some guys that improve that bench, man. They really, really do. They really do. But with that being said, that has pretty much been this video. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for what you've done for me. You helped me. Without you in this Eagles season, as horrible as it was, we came together as friends, whether Dallas fans or Seattle fans or Washington fans or New York fans or whatever fans you are. We all came together, and you helped me and I helped you, and I just can't thank you guys enough for what you're doing. Again, we're moving on from NFL to the WWE. I will be making my prediction video tomorrow for the Giants and the the Giants and the Packers game and a couple of other playoff wild card games. I think it's going to be interesting to see what's going to go down in this wild card and who's going to be on the road to the Super Bowl. Obviously, I'll do more Eagles videos as news breaks out on stuff like that. But other than that, that is about it. Before I go, I've got one final message for you Dallas Cowboy fans, because we all know I'm a classic Dallas Cowboy fan. I love talking about them so much. This season has been incredible for y'all. I would say it's equivalent to our 2004 season when we went to the Super Bowl that year, and we ended up being 13-3. You've got Dak, you've got Zeke, you've got that offensive line, you got Jason Witten, you got Dez Bryant, Cole Beasley, you got all these guys, and you got Tony Romo in the back, just in case Dak can't get it done. So there should be no excuses. Dallas Cowboy fans, you have no excuse. If the Dallas Cowboys lose in the divisional round, if they lose in the championship round, if they lose the Super Bowl, I don't want to hear no excuses of if we had Tony Romo in. Dak and Zeke are just rookies. This isn't fair. That isn't fair. Because you've been praising your team all year long, saying that they're the best team in the NFL. Then nobody can stop them. If the Dallas Cowboys don't get it done, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from Skip. I don't want to hear it from my Cowboy friends that I know from work and from school. I don't want to hear it. No excuses whatsoever if you don't get it done. So a Cowboy fan I know that says the best opportunity is an opportunity. Yeah, you have the opportunity to win the Super Bowl this year. If you don't get it done, that's just too bad, because all the Cowboy fans, we're gonna win it this year. We're gonna win it. We're gonna win it. If you don't win it, if Dak doesn't get it done, if Tony Romo comes in and he still can't get it done for you, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because really, you have no excuse, because you prophesied all year long. You prophesied. You said we're gonna do it. We're gonna win. So if you don't get it done, I don't want to hear it. So with that being said, that's the video for today. Catch me back here tomorrow as I do my wild card prediction video. My throat. And if you're not down with that, I just got 2 words for you. Peace out, and as always, fly Eagles fly.